Hello everyone, this is Bus 2000 team here. We actually gave our students an assignment to submit a Zoom recording of their team presentation. So right now we will try to trial it ourselves and see how we go, so to feel what our students will be doing. With 800 plus students, we needed to learn how to connect at scale and still maintain the personalized approach. Keep this personal touch. So we are using SRES, Student Relationship Engagement System. We mark their attendance, we send them emails, personal emails if they miss classes, and we're concerned about that. We send them feedback on their participation in workshops and Zoom workshops. We set up multiple portals and surveys to know what they're actually going through.
All our lectures were already online, so the main task for us was to try and transform our weekly tutorials, which we call workshops, online. So we've been mainly using Zoom to run our online workshops, but we've had to think quite deeply about how we translate the participation from a classroom to an online experience. It was quite challenging to balance the needs, the need for us to try to continue to engage all students in a really active way through Zoom, but also not penalising and acknowledging that not all of our students have the same level of internet accessibility. So what we did was we've adapted the rubric so that there's now a greater focus on preparation for the Zoom workshops. This has been really positive as our students have been really engaged. Their preparation is now much more transparent because we ask them to submit their pre-work, and we can reinforce the pre-classroom reflections.
Teaching on Zoom, I think, has been pedagogically quite challenging. So I've tended to rely on the stuff that I've been able to integrate in class. Padlet is an online bulletin board, and it's the ability to display information, written text and images. And because I'm not physically in the classroom and not able to use what we call those learning artifacts, such as the whiteboards, that using Padlet has been a visual way to gauge the student learning, and it just makes the learning a lot more visible.
It's been interesting and in some ways very challenging. I have a house full of young adults. My 3 sons and one of their partners has ended up in isolation here. So with 3 of the 4 of them now unemployed, and my partner facing massive challenges keeping a small media and event company afloat, we have had to find new ways of living together and to keep everyone positive.
It's been pretty chaotic. So I have 2 small children at home. So I've really had to restructure my working hours so that I could still homeschool during this school hours and then log in before 9 a.m. and then log back in after 9 p.m. And then I have this joke, and actually Anya was the one that started it, that when I want to connect with my colleagues during normal hours, I lock my kids in the cupboard for about an hour, which is where they're at the moment. But the other thing is, actually, it's my daughter's birthday today. So, and you could probably hear the dog in the background. I also have a dog. But yeah, it's pretty chaotic.
What I realized is that how much I rely on informal sort of channels, if you like, to actually communicate with everyone, and how easy it is to just pop your head in and say, I don't understand what you mean by that. Or shout across the corridor. Helena and I have offices opposite each other, so we're known to just sort of shout if we need to resolve something quickly. And, you know, when we're preparing coffee, just thinking through a dilemma that we know is coming up and then formulating some shared understanding. It's that sort of metacognitive shared understanding that we just rely on, and that it's not easy to do when you only have these formal channels to do it through.
Oh, look, I just love the kind of sense of humour that's coming through. I mean, being able to laugh at ourselves when things just go technically wrong on Zoom. I remember one of my Zoom classes, I got kicked out of the Zoom session, and I thought, oh my gosh, it took me 15 minutes to get back into class, and I got there, and I'm thinking, oh, the students have probably, I assumed that they would just sign out and that they would leave, but no, they were waiting there, just chatting amongst each other and carrying on with the discussion. And I came in actually quite flustered, but everyone was quite cool about it. They were relaxed about it. So I think just learning just to roll with the punches.
I guess for me, it's actually appreciating or seeing how much our students have valued the connection with us and each other. I've been really astonished how engaged they've been with Zoom and how positive they've been about being at university and being with each other and revealing things about each other that they would never have revealed, I think, in the classroom environment. And so for me, it's really reinforced the value of both education for them as a support, and also as us at the University of Sydney as being a really valuable institution in a time of crisis. So it's been a bit of a revelation how much students enjoy studying.